Greetings, my name is Empress Makeda, and I'm coming to you to basically share my journey with you today. Today is the new moon, and it's also the beginning of the Chinese New Year, the Year of the Dragon. So we have a very powerful energy, just coming upon us right now. And the new moon is a time where it's really good to initiate and start new projects, work on new goals or anything that you want to initiate into your life right now. So I'm taking this time to begin a healing and cleansing journey. Now, for the last couple of weeks, I've been wanting to do a cleanse, and I've been kind of going back and forth whether or not I want to do a juice cleanse, basically where I'm just taking in freshly made juice of fruits and vegetables and greens, or should I do a coconut water fast, which is just the juice or liquid from young coconuts. And all of those are good options. But this time, I've done those before, but this time I wanted to do something different. So I've been guided, to do the master cleanse, which is a cleanse where you basically make a concoction of water and maple syrup, lemon juice, and cayenne pepper. Now today's the beginning of my cleanse, and it's been going pretty good. So during what is called the master cleanse, all you take in is that concoction of what is called the lemonade diet. So you take that in all day. Whenever you feel hungry, you just make more and you drink it. And you can take it at room temperature, or you can make it warm. I've been taking it like a tea, so I basically warm the water and just mix up those things within it. And so far I've been doing pretty good. I've taken about several cups of that today, and in between that I've been taking water, alkaline water, and then in the morning and in the night before I go to bed, I take some herbs like alfalfa, dandelion, burdock, cleansing herbs to really cleanse and purify my blood and different systems in the body. And like I said, I've been doing pretty good. I haven't had any major cleansing effects yet, which is typical because it's the first day. And many people ask, what is the goal of going on a liquid diet or a cleanse and not eating food, abstaining from food? Well, in today's society, we're so addicted to food, it's basically become a drug. And we're eating all day, even when we're not hungry. We're eating, when we're bored. We're eating because of emotions. We're lonely. We're eating because it's a social thing. We might go somewhere and there's food there, so we eat. We even eat, just because we have food. So in America, we have abundance of food, but there's the epidemic of actual malnutrition because the things that we're taking in is not actual food. We're eating processed junk that maybe at one point in time was food when it was taken from nature and was still in its natural state. But through, processing the food, it's no longer food, it's turned into junk. So we're eating all day, 24/7s, and the body has to handle that. It has to process the food, it has to break it down so the body can absorb it. But we're doing this all day, and the body, has to take in nutrients, but it also has to put out the junk that the body cannot use. But, in our constant eating, the body uses a lot of energy, to process this food. So normally a lot of people get what is called itis when they eat a big meal And the reason for that being is that when you eat, a lot of the blood and the energy that is used in other parts of the body, like the brain, is sent to the digestive system. So everywhere else kind of shuts down. The brain shuts down. You feel tired. You don't feel as focused. And all of that energy is diverted to the digestive system to break down the food and actually process it. And we're constantly doing that all day. So we're diverting a huge amount of our energy and vital life force to just the process of, consuming and digesting foods. So it becomes a time where we have to really take a break from eating and stop that process so the body can go in a mode of healing and rejuvenation. And, I really recommend a cleanse or a detox at least, and I say at least once a year. It should be more, but at least once a year, to abstain from food and give the body a chance to really detoxify and cleanse itself. And, I know a lot of people who have been on a vegan or vegetarian diet and they're like, well, I've been eating healthy for years. There's really not much to cleanse. But, this is far from the truth because, you're not only, taking in chemicals or what have you through the food, but it's in your environment constantly. Whether it's through the air you breathe and the pollution and the chemtrails, whether if it's, in the water when you take a bath, the water is just so-called purified with chemicals. So all of these things are interfacing with your body and it's being taken in and it builds up. So it's a point in time where you have to, get those things out of your body because, the body really needs time to rest and heal itself. And a lot of times, well, in today's society, we have a lot of illness and it's due to malnutrition and acidity in the body and all the toxins and junk that we have in the body. So you can easily address any illness that you have through cleansing the body, giving the body time to heal and, be relaxed and release all these things that we've been just piling up on top of each other. And then through addressing nutrition, by getting the proper foods in its whole and most natural state, your body can extract those nutrients and vitamins and minerals and phytochemicals and put them to use where they're needed in the body. I mean, there are a lot of wonderful supplements out there and herbs and things that you can take, but essentially you want something in a natural form, the way that, Mother Earth gave it to us. And that's the best way, to take in any food. So, with that said, really, focusing on cleansing the body. So normally when I work with my clients, depending on what their situation and circumstance is, I always recommend to cleanse the body, whether it be 3 days or if it's something more chronic, the body needs more time to be able to cleanse itself. So I always address, a very cleansing diet nonetheless, or a liquid cleanse, a liquid fast, to give the body time to heal and cleanse itself. And then also after the cleanse, getting on a very nutritious and simple diet with, alkaline and living and natural foods. And, that's just the way to live. And the way to really live and live life like it's worth it. Because life is not worth living if you're plagued by ill health and disease and all these things. So right now, I've kind of committed myself. What I really want to do is 40 days. And a lot of people are like, 40 days, that's a long time, to really be on a liquid diet or a liquid cleanse. But for me, it's not just, physical. I'm doing this cleanse because I want to really get a deep cleansing on all levels of my being. I want to cleanse my body naturally, but I also want to cleanse all the toxic emotions and, negative thoughts and all these things that have been, stored on top of each other. And then I also want to really purify and connect with my higher self. Because just from cleansing the body, you open yourself up to so much. And, it's just a process that naturally takes place. And it's through the determination and the willpower and developing that willpower and discipline that you can strengthen the spirit, and you can strengthen, your mental capabilities, and, get more emotional discipline. So, as I said, I really want to do 40 days, but right now I'm like, just start out where I'm at. Right now I'm really focused on the first 10 days. After these first 10 days, I'm going to see how I feel and decide if I want to proceed forward and, do a more extended cleanse. And right now I have 2 children, 3 years old and 16 months. My youngest, Yare, she's still breastfeeding, so normally a breastfeeding mother, it's not recommended to go on a cleanse or a detox because it can, a lot of those toxins can come through in the breast milk. So what I've been doing is, feeding her more solid foods. She loves her fruits and vegetables. So I normally juice for her and, giving her the more nutrients through the foods, so she's not so, totally dependent on the breast milk. And I've also been giving her young coconut water and also the coconut meat. And, it's very nutritious. If you're a mother out there and you cannot breastfeed, or you need to supplement your supply of milk if you have to work or however you have to do it. The water of young coconut, and I emphasize fresh young coconuts because the packaged coconuts is just not, that water is just not the same of what you can get, fresh from a young coconut, because it's very similar to blood plasma, and it has a lot of minerals and nutrients right in the coconut water that you can give your child, and it's very, very tasty and nutritious. So those, that's an option for you. And this is, it's really a way of life, because in cleansing and taking care of the body, you'll just be a better, healthier, more balanced person. When you don't have to worry about ill health and disease plaguing you, you can live your life more on purpose and really fulfill the duties and responsibilities that you have. But it comes from a place of centeredness and balance. And, once you have health, you have everything. So, with that being said, if you have any questions or comments, or, I'll be, what's that word? I'll be keeping you informed of how my cleanse is going and how I feel. And, I'm only expecting good things, more health and more wellness, more healing, more rejuvenation. And, right now, as I said, it's day 1, but I feel very energetic. I feel very much alive. And, I'm only expecting it to get better. And I'm loving it. So I will, hopefully as the days continue, I'll, make a little video and let you know how it's going. And if you have any questions, always feel free to contact me, and you can go to my website, which is www.iameternalwellness.com. Peace and greetings. Namaste. Satnam. Shalom.